Hello, my name is Danielle Hildreth, and I am a marketing consultant. I have my own company called Mesh Consulting, but I'm also the director of new media for Goldwell of New York. I wanted to just share some really quick Instagram tips. A lot of people are on social media right now, and I thought that you could possibly use some quick tips. I have given some of these tips in some of the other trainings that I've done, so hopefully, if you didn't grasp a couple then, you do now. And I'm just going to quickly go through them for you guys. So this will take maybe 15, 20 minutes at the most. And I hope that you capture at least one or two things that you will be able to do on a regular basis on Instagram. So a couple of quick stats on Instagram. It is the fastest growing social media content that we have, platform that we have. People are on there. Stories is where it's at, as well as IGTV. Quickly, first thing, bio. Once someone finds you, they may find you in a feed, they may find you from somebody else's post where they're tagging you, and they're going to want to learn a little more about you. Maybe your story pops up and they want to say, okay, well, who is this person that just did this really cool Instagram story? So in your bio, think about it. People have about 3 seconds that they will actually search and try to find you. Some of the things that you want to make sure you include are your location. If you are a stylist working at a salon or you are a salon, people are going to want to know where they can book your products and services because location's pretty important. I love my stylists, but I'm probably not going to drive over an hour to get to them. So I need to know where you're at. Your contact information. How can I reach you? How can I find out more? Link. You have one link in your bio, so make it a good one. It could be to your website. It could be to your Facebook page. It could be to your platform that you use to book your appointments. You can also have in there an link tree, or we use later.com that allows you to have a link in bio type option where it will let you have multiple links. It's kind of like a mini landing page that will take you to multiple places. So go ahead and take a look at some of those. The @ symbol. You can tag other things in here. So let's say you have more than one salon location, right? You can tag your other salon locations. If you are a particular salon, hopefully Goldwell Salon or a Surface Salon, or you carry a Mika, you can tag your brands. Hashtag. You can have a brand hashtag that relates to your actual salon, or maybe if you're a stylist, it is what you want to be known for. So is it balayage? Is it lightning, blondes? Is it updos and wedding? Whatever it is, vivids, you can have these hashtags in your bio now. So I'll also include a little description and services. You can see on the screen, I have Need Salon, which is a salon in Rochester, New York. They have it very neat laid out. They have some caps to highlight some text. They have their services that shows what they do. They have their website. They have a great website, and so they want to feature it here, and they have their location. So it's easy to click on the map and find them. You can see this is a stylist. Anna is a Goldwell educator for us. She's a great colorist. If you have not looked at her feed, it's amazing. You can see she has a lot of followers, 15.9 thousand, which is wonderful. And she has emojis. Emojis are popular. These little icons that represent different things, which is wonderful. She was featured in different finalists and different things. She puts her awards in there. She has a link. She has her location, so you can easily book her. I want to show you just something out of the norm. Is Lisa Jones. She is a LuLaRoe representative, so that is a clothing line. And if you want to get some inspiration on a feed, this is someone who tries to take a picture of herself every day in one of the clothing items that she sells, but it's so much fun, and she has a lot of character and personality, and she does things in a very fun way. So she likes to have fun getting dressed. So she wants to help you have fun doing that too. And she puts that right here in her bio. So kind of a little tagline, which is great. You can have 30 hashtags in a post. Some people put them in the post. Some people put them in the first comment. You can do either. The algorithm does not, hurt you whether you put them in one place or the other. People used to think that. You're completely fine to do either. Bang with a brush. She actually took one of my social media classes, and She was great, and she has so many great little tips and tools that she does that I see her actively doing, and hashtagging is one of them. You can see from her hashtags, she's using specific salon hashtags, she's using geolocation hashtags, she is using very common big broad hashtags, but she's also using ones that are relevant to what she's posting about. Is this one about balayage and whatnot? But then she's got, Salt Society in there. So she's trying to reach a certain demographic, and she's thinking about what her customers might post, what they might be looking for, as well as maybe being found by some other people. So it's a great example. Your stories. You can have hashtags in your stories, up to 11. So when you put your hashtags in your stories, a lot of people don't do it because they don't like the way it looks, but it helps you get more reach. You end up being, yes, I know it's only 24 hours with your stories, but you end up being in multiple places and opportunities for you to pop up in those Instagram story feeds of so many others. So a quick way to do that is to hide them. So you can see here, I give a little example where you just make it the same color as the background. You have that little dropper where you can drag that, cursor to anywhere and match any backdrop. So it could be the backdrop in a picture. It could be the backdrop in just a solid exact color match. Lots of ways to do it, but you can easily highlight and it's never to be seen again. You could also shrink them and make them really, really small. Swipe up. I wish we had a swipe up at the Goldwell NY account, but we don't have 10,000 followers yet. So if you can help us, that would be great. If you haven't followed us at Goldwell NY, we would certainly appreciate it. We're at about 7,000. So we got 3,000 to go, but we know that there are stylists in upstate New York in our territory, definitely 10,000. So we are hoping that we can get there. But just so you know, swiping up, where it's the quick link basically to a website or a feed or an article or a product or things like that, you have to have 10,000 followers to do that. And once you do, it is for free and it's included with your site. Right now, if you don't have that, you can do a paid promotion. So you can pay and have it be an ad that comes through and people can swipe up to get there. I use all the time notes. Do you ever get frustrated with Instagram when you try to make a post and everything mumbo jumbos together? Or you try to do the period, but it always leaves one off to the side? I know I do too. So use your Notes app. I have an iPhone. I know in Android and other models, there are different options just like this, but I use the Notes app. It is a yellow bar at the top and it's got a bunch of lines that looks like a notebook. So you can save things in your notes. So for example, I had on here TrendZoom. So I had saved hashtags for TrendZoom that I wanted on every single TrendZoom post that we did. I personally also save, since we represent multiple brands, Amica and all the hashtags that they use, Surface, all the hashtags, KMS, Goldwell, and so forth and so forth. I also look at hashtags that you all use. So who's doing a ton of balayage and what are all the balayage hashtags that they're using? And then I save them. And so when I am going to do my hashtags or any kind of post, if I want something that I do on a regular basis, I can just copy and paste. So when you do this, you can use, your emojis, you can use spacing, you can use lots of different things that then you copy and paste. Reuse your content. I love Emily Mayon. She is fun. She's just fun. She's at JNC Beauty in Albany, and she is having a lot of fun with what she's posting on social media. She's been doing a lot of videos now. I know she's really branched out into TikTok, but she takes her TikToks and brings them in Instagram. But I don't know about you, but here's a picture of her feed, and I'm not tired of it. I could look at these vivids, this rainbow, all day long and all the different ways that she's styled and has done it, or that she's redone it, and that client has come back in. So reuse your content. Another way to reuse your content is every single post that you do has a unique link. The 3 little dots, click on it. It says copy link. You can take that link, copy it. It's its own unique link, and you can put it in Facebook, and then they will get directed right to that Instagram post. You can put it in an email. You could put it in a text. You could put it in a direct message to someone to say, oh my gosh, please take a look at my post, or hey, I really think you'll like this product, or I want to do this service on you next time you're in, so forth and so forth. Scheduling. I couldn't live without scheduling. I am not awake 24/7. I'm not looking at everything we're doing 24/7. I'm scheduling them. I usually do it a week out. I try on Sunday or Monday, typically Monday morning, to sit down and plan the schedule for the week of the posts. I might do things out in advance if I know there's going to be a lot of regular type um, things that come up again. If there's certain education I know that's going to happen on a certain day, I can certainly schedule things out in advance. But for the most part, I do it week by week, unless there's those regular routine things, then I can schedule them out. Some of you might be able to schedule out like quotes, things that you want to focus on. Schedule those quotes out. You can do a whole month. Sit down, spend 20 minutes, spend 5 minutes finding some really cool quotes, copying and pasting, or going into canva.com and creating your own looks, or word swag, or a bunch of those other apps, and then schedule them. Put them in, done, scheduled. Some of the apps that I use, speaking of apps, if you've seen anything cool on Instagram and you're like, oh my gosh, how did they do that? There is an app for that. These are some of the Instagram story apps that I use. Story Edits, Unfold, InShot, and Insta Stories. These are all great things to help your Instagram stories stand out, look a little more designed, have a little more collateral, designed type look. You can do collages. Also, now in Instagram, they have something called Create. When you go to put your story in, you can slide across the bottom and go to Create. They have some really fun things in there that are kind of pre-done templates that you can use. Speaking of templates that you can use, I love Canva.com. It is a game changer. If you've not used it, you're going to want to check it out. It has everything pre-formatted. So an Instagram post size versus an Instagram story size, they have it already in there. You don't have to look up and measure and reformat the size of your post, which is great. You can also take a post and then, hey, I love this content. I want to use it, but I want to have it be in a story, and click resize and put it into story and just adjust it. So I know the last time I gave this presentation, note I have on here a little Lexi Lomax, who I know is also a lover of Canva.com, did a little presentation for us on how to use it. And I know a lot of people loved it, but it is, to me, a game changer. And then once you learn how to do it for social media, you'll see you can do it for a lot of other things. Some people that I follow. I really think it's important to know that, I follow other Instagram people to find out what's happening and what's going on. And Zimmerman is the Instagram expert. And I love that she always does videos. She shows a quick video on every new feature that is happening. So right now there's been a big release on desktop. You can do a lot more on desktop with Instagram. Guess what? As soon as that comes out, Sue will have a video about it. And she's simple, she's to the point, and easy to follow along. You will love it. Follow her, definitely her YouTube, and check out her videos so you know what's going on with Instagram. All right, so that was quick. I'm going to need a breather here, but I hope that you enjoyed some quick Instagram tips. I'll come back with some new things. As I said, they've just done some things on desktop and some updates and some stickers and new ways of doing things, which are great on Instagram. So I'll come back at you with some more, but I wanted to at least get you thinking about some fun things you can do and try while maybe you have a little more time on your hands. Thanks so much. Have a great day.